Here on Concept Cars, we usually show the finished article, but now we have an opportunity of giving you an insight into the design and build process of one of them, the sexy Seat Altea.
Join us on a voyage of discovery from the fertile imaginations of this car's design team right through to the finished concept car, ready for display at the Frankfurt Motor Show. The Altea has sweeping curves, flamboyant headlights, and a gorgeous aluminium-trimmed dash. Plus, there are clever features like this efficient wiper system. Everything has to be thought about and designed, and that's where these people come in.
One particular thing we're very proud of is the wipers. I mean, it's something designers tend to forget until the end of the project. You know, we've got to put the wipers on, okay, and they're a pretty ugly thing. So we've incorporated the wipers from the start, and they've been integrated in the A-post. If you look at the car closely, you have to look to find them. But one advantage we found by putting the wipers in the A-post is there's nowhere to put a parking ticket now.
Do you know what I envy the most about car designers, Howard?
What's that?
When I was a kid, I only got a small crayon box. Look at the selection these guys have to work with now. Every color and thickness known to man. Plus, they can have fun all day coloring and get paid for it.
But you see, my Canadian friend, it shows how important the organic touch still is, even in these days of computerized wizardry. You've got to start with literally a clean sheet of paper.
But they do transfer the ideas to computers eventually, don't they? I guess it's how they see pieces fit into each other and see the entire car from different angles.
But then, bizarrely, they leave the computer alone and play musical chairs in the office. Well, at least it looks like it. Here they've cleared some desks and the odd water cooler to build a mock-up of the interior of the Altea. Why don't you try this in your office some damp Thursday afternoon?
And then, after some office parlor games, these folks get to play with clay. Here they're mocking up the interior dash to check out the ergonomics.
Meanwhile, down below in the workshop, the exterior bodywork is also moulded in clay. I bet the clay shop thought the lads had taken up pottery classes when they put the order in. How they get the curves just right is absolutely amazing. And of course, what they do on one side has to be precisely the same on the other. Sometimes things aren't perfect and need a little bit of rubbing down before the big paint job.
Well, once it's all red and shiny, the cute sparkly bits can be glued on, which really gives us a good feeling of what this car would look like if it were a production vehicle. The man-hours on these concepts must be a heck of a lot. It takes months and months to get to this stage. This ain't some weekend garage tinkering. Finally, all the remaining rough bits are covered over, and the concept Seat Altea is ready for the big show.
This model heralds a new generation of Seat models and is the first vehicle to be wholly developed within the Audi brand group since it was established in 2002. This model is the first of Seat's so-called MSVs, or multi-sports vehicles. Please, not another car category!
What you'll notice about this car is very much sportier than the cars that it's competing against in this group, namely Citroën Picasso, the Renault Scenic. It's not your typical monovolume car. It's got a very sporty look, first of all, to its design. And also when you sit in the car, you feel very much like you're more in a sporty car than an MPV.
The Altea possesses the stylish new traits of Seat's models. The front end features a large radiator grille and nice expressive headlamps.
Car designers always have in mind what they call the dynamic line. It's the artistic bench line which holds the shape together. Here, the dynamic line is visible from the side, starting at the front wheel arch and descending gracefully over the doors until the rear wheel. This line was designed by Walter de Silva, Seat's ace design director, and we're going to see this shape in Seat's future production models.
And if you look at the car, it has this feature line that runs down the side of the car, and we like to call this our signature for the road, if you like. We need a line that's immediately identifiable with the Seat brand, so people say, wow, that's a Seat, you know, without looking at it twice.
But what's on the gadget front, I hear you ask? The Altea features several novelties, including FSI engine technology, a dual-clutch DSG gearbox, a newly designed front suspension, multi-link rear axle, new electromechanical steering gear, individual driver and passenger air conditioning, and an exclusive Seat development, windscreen wiper blades camouflaged in the A-pillar.
Isn't that a great idea, Howard? Why didn't anyone else think of this? When you don't need them, they stay out of vision. Plus, more importantly, they don't add to the wind resistance of the car like the best inventions. Simple, but brilliant.
The Altea prototype is not just another concept car or a demonstration of the Seat Design Centre's creative talents. It's just a few steps away from becoming a reality. It's a true prototype that shows the styling of the new model that will become a pillar of the Spanish brand, sharing the spotlight with the Ibiza and Leon models.
This is the future of Seat for the next few years. Obviously, we're going to develop on what you're seeing here today, but this is the new image for Seat in the future.